Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the lunar eclipse. It's on March 13 or March 14, depending on the time zone you are, so it's around midnight. And in this chart, the sun makes a conjunction with Saturn. Additionally, Mercury is going to go retrograde on March 14 or March 15, depending on your time zone. Again, it's around midnight. So what does this all mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Just to let you know what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a short overview, and then we're going to look at your sign in particular. We'll talk about love and then money. And so if you haven't already, please subscribe. And by the way, if you want a PDF of your chart so you can follow along on these videos, then reach out to me. There's a link in the description and I will send you that PDF. So for this lunar eclipse, there's definitely an emphasis on letting go of something. And ideally, that would be fears, worries, insecurities, doubts. And then it's also about embracing that Sun-Saturn connection. And that is about grit and determination. When we put the Sun and Saturn together in Pisces, it's almost like creating a spiritual path for yourself, just like the spiritual masters of old, where they let go of certain things in their lives so that they would have an uninterrupted journey towards spiritual enlightenment. So this particular lunar eclipse is at 23 degrees of Virgo, and all eclipses close doors, and so this is closing the door on some Virgo aspect of your life. Now, it's usually that you wished for this, that you were hoping that some part of your life would change, and now the universe is fulfilling that request, even though this may not feel like the timing is right, or that you have it in the budget, or that it is unfolding like you envisioned. Now, this full moon / eclipse is opposite the Sun and Saturn. And the best way to deal with Saturn is to lean in and to work hard and to have grit and determination and to set the bar very high for yourself and then strive to get over that bar, exceed the expectations, and then Saturn is your friend. So this Sun and Saturn in Pisces is asking us to take a holistic view of our life and to treat our lives with respect and reverence. And that is to treat your body like a temple and give your mind the time and the space to think its own thoughts, to be kind to yourself, to do the things that will help you live in the present and feel better, and that will radiate outward to your community. And so that means that you're going to feel better, more prosperous, healthier, happier, and everyone around you will as well. Okay, Scorpio, this eclipse is very much talking about you breaking away from the groupthink or the pack and having your own thoughts, your own ideas. And this may mean that you need to, at least temporarily, walk away from a group or organization or a set of friends who are, you see as not being helpful, not, if they're just in pessimism, if they're just talking about negative things, to move away from that. And then when we look at the Saturn and the Sun connection, that's about you taking then your time and investing it in yourself, your art, your music, your writing, any sort of creative projects, or investing it in your kids and spending quality time with them so that you strengthen those bonds and those relationships, and treating that time as precious and as, treating it reverently and saying, me spending time on my art is valuable. Spending time with your kids, of course, valuable. So looking at breaking free of the negative thinking that's out in the world and focusing on something that is really important in your life. And one of the things that can happen with this eclipse is your kids could be your mirror during this time. So whatever problems that they're going through, you can age adjust it for your own life. If they're struggling in school, maybe you feel like you're struggling at work. If they don't feel like their friends are being supportive, maybe look at your own friends. So look at how that mirror could be working. It's of course, you're always teaching them and showing them the ropes, but maybe they are teaching you in this case. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, we have that sextile still going on between Pluto and Neptune, as well as a semi-sextile between Mars and Jupiter. So this is a couple of aspects. You know, the semi-sextile can mean that you just need to go to new places and, you know, try a different approach. Maybe look for a friendship rather than a love relationship. Maybe see if, you know, this could be some sort of business collaboration and then love could follow. That all said, there is some very strong energy in the area of romance for you. You've got that area lit up. Relationships has some energy. So this is a good time to go out on first dates, even though we've got Mercury retrograde and Venus retrograde. You know, sometimes we think, oh, we can't do anything because of the retrograde planets, but what that does is it could bring someone from your past, even a past life. So the connection just means that there's something from the past. I mean, the retrograde means there's something from the past. Now, when it comes to existing love relationships, Venus is making a sextile with Pluto, so there is a really good chance of coming together with more harmony, solving problems together, working things out, being a united front if something is going, wonky in the world. But mostly, you're more in sync with each other now, and so this is a good time to, really connect and really cherish each other. As we go through this 2 weeks, Venus retrogrades are going to move closer in this aspect, so your relationship gets stronger. And so that's something you really want to, pay attention to and enjoy. And if you would like to know more about what 2025 and 2026 has in store for you, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, you pull money from Jupiter, and Jupiter is not very active in this chart, so it's kind of like this lone player, and that means that it's not getting as much attention, and so you have to consciously put this into your schedule. You have to consciously say, I'm going to stop and work on my finances. And when you do, you get rewards. So there's so much going on in your life right now. There's so much activity and different things pulling you in different directions. And so just saying, you know what, I'm going to take a half an hour and look at my business or look at my statements, look at my investments, and good things can come from that. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Mercury is making a sextile to Jupiter, which means you have an opportunity to make more money over this next 2 weeks. A sextile means you need to initiate some sort of action, get the ball rolling, and as you do, then people who owe you will pay you. You can find new people who want to buy from you. You can promote new products. Of course, if you do, remember, Mercury and Venus will be retrograde during this 2-week period. So if you're doing any sort of posting or advertising, double check your links, double check the spelling on things, because that's the thing that can go wrong with multiple retrogrades. Now, when it comes to money derived from career, so that would be a paycheck, that Mercury sextile Jupiter is in play here. We do have an awful lot of activity in those areas for you, so you have to use your awareness and your ability to discern, which is one of your superpowers, is you can tell what's going on behind the scenes, and to see if your company is really solid, if what they're saying on the surface is really what's going on underneath. And so if your company is going through a lot of gyrations and if things are very up in the air, this is probably not the best time to ask for a raise directly, though you could plant some seeds by letting them know of your accomplishments and what you're handling. But if your company is solid, this is very good energy for pursuing a raise, especially if this is something you started discussing with them during a previous month. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider signing up for my newsletter where I talk about astrological happenings every week. And if you would like to know personally what is up for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.